flame.
What's up, everybody? You're tuning in to Swag TV. I'm your host, Nicholas Largen, aka iRock, chilling with Mr. Rick Grice of Speaking Cursive. Mr. Rick Grice, how's it going? What's going on, buddy?
Pretty good, man. Thank you for having me here on your show.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for having us here in your studio. So, obviously, you are the frontman and singer of the band Speaking Cursive. Who is Speaking Cursive?
It's primarily, my it was my moniker for a while where I would release all my songs, and since I've added a few members, it's mostly me and my buddy Leroy Copeland, and we have a few alternating members whenever we play shows, but for the most part, it's kind of my project.
Okay. So you write most of the music, pretty much all of it?
Well, yeah, actually, it started out as me writing everything, and then I've got some really, really, really talented people playing with me now, so nice. I'll bring them like the basic structure of a song, and Leroy is an absolute genius, and he can usually take any song and wherever I'm at and just kind of fill in the blanks, and
improvise and get with it, right?
Yeah, he gets with it, and he's a harmony master, so he helps a lot, actually.
Awesome, that's excellent. And how do you like working with the other members that aren't always there, that come and go?
They're so talented, man. They just walk right in, hear the song, and they do it.
Boom, get it done.
Yeah,
that's what's up. So recently you released a full album. It was self-titled, and it's your first full-length album. The last one you released was an EP entitled Correct. The What's in the Name EP. Mm-hmm. So what's the difference in between these two albums?
Oh, well, there's a big difference. The first EP, like we had just mentioned, I was working in my first recording studio, and that was pretty much just me all by myself making my first album as a singer-songwriter. Mm-hmm. I kind of didn't really start trying to sing and songwrite until my early 20s. I just did that as an EP just to kind of get something, out there so I could hand people a CD and be like, instead of just describing to musicians like, oh, I kind of sound like this or I kind of sound like that, I found it easier just to give someone a CD and be like, hey, here's what I'm trying to do. If you want to play, let's play.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that happened, and then so over time, I've always done studio work for a living. Mm-hmm. So I've had a lot of really talented musicians come through my studio, and for this full length, I just kind of assembled like some good friends that I've done. I think I had worked with all the members. I think I had done albums for their previous bands.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I knew them all. We had all been in the studio environment together, excellent. And we were all friends. And so I just kind of called the boys up and asked them to come play on the record and help me finish it.
Excellent.
That's kind of how the full length came to be.
Absolutely. That's awesome. So as far as the recording techniques, I remember you mentioned online about you recorded some of the tracks in one take. Some of the instruments were done in one take, and that's rare for people that are putting out albums. And you also mentioned that you did it, and some of them had a little bit of grit. Explain that. What's up with the grit?
With the grit. Yeah, I mean, over the years, especially with digital recording, you have to learn to be able to polish things to the nines and just, make it absolutely perfect. And that's all well and good, depending on the project and the artist. But I personally like to, pick and choose, what gets polished and what gets edited, because especially with all the players that I had on the record, I think a lot of like the little mistakes or like, there's certain things that kind of give it character. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the guitar stuff, we just threw up and just one take all the way through. And if there was a little flub here and there, it's
okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's like live right here. This is
it
real.
Gives it, yeah, exactly.
So it kind of real flavor.
Yeah, it gave it more feel.
Awesome. That's excellent. You also described your sound as song driven. You said that you like to put yourself in places of inspiration and just pick the notes out of the sky.
Yeah,
that sounds like an LSD trip, like picking notes.
I've actually never done LSD.
But as far as pulling notes out of the sky, like where do you get your inspiration from? I want to pull some notes out of the sky. Actually, I do. But where do you get your inspiration?
Yeah, it's that question that no artist likes to put themselves in a genre or label themselves. So, I mean, really though, when I write a song, I just try to put myself in a place of inspiration and kind of write what I feel, what kind of comes to me. Sometimes I have full melodies just come to me. Sometimes I'll just be in the shower and have like a whole melody, and sometimes the lyrics come with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. And as far
great.
as the place of inspiration goes, it can be anything. It could be sometimes I'm just hungover in the shower.
Yeah.
And it happens. I'm just kind of like brains, in a different spot.
Mush.
So, yeah, sometimes it's traveling to a new country, and I've taken a couple trips and just been so overwhelmed by the environment that I was in. It was so new, that influences me. So you never know where it's going to be, I guess.
All right. You never know. That's the cool thing about music. Music is live, and it just goes anywhere. It's sporadic, it's random, and you're expressing yourself. That's one of the great things about it. So we're about to check out one of your music videos. Which one do you want to show them?
I would say show them the official music video for Rorschach Dress, probably.
Rorschach Dress.
Yeah.
What's this song about? How do you spell that? It's like really
God.
weird.
You're going to make me do this on this thing? Okay, it's Rorschach. I think I already...
there's
Can I
supposed to be
cuss
two
on here?
Cs.
I can't cuss on here. Anyway, yeah. There's two. It's Roschacha. I can't
Something
do
like
it,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Just say it one more time how it actually is.
Rorschach.
Rorschach Kiss.
Dress.
Rorschach Dress.
Yeah.
Y'all check this out, man. This is Rick Grice and Speaking Cursive.